I should have known this dresser flip wasn't going to be the smoothest after it started like this, but I'm always going to figure something out in the end, so come along and let me show you. This huge dresser was only $100 on Facebook Marketplace, and I knew it had so much potential. I just wasn't sure what the veneer was like underneath all this paint. I got all the drawers removed, and I also saved that hardware because I actually liked it. It just needed to be cleaned up. Then I just slopped on as much paint thinner as I could just to get that white layer of paint off to see what I was working with. The paint came off so easy actually, and it looked pretty good at the start. So my initial plan was to try to keep this veneer, but after I started sanding, I realized it was like paper thin, and that paint was covering up a lot of different defects. So this is where I went ahead and moved on to plan B. I scuff sanded the body and the drawers instead. I know this is controversial, but I left the molding on the sides. However, I had to remove the molding on this bottom piece. I'm going to do a faux wood look, so I really needed a flat surface to work on. After I got that removed, I went in with the Dixie Belle all-in-one paint. This paint actually has primer and sealer already in it. So as long as you have a pretty solid scuff sand on the body, you could just go in right with the paint. After that was finished up, I went ahead and painted the top in this neutral color. After that dried to get that wood grain look back, I went in with wood glaze and a wood graining tool. So you just rock this tool back and forth after you put a layer of glaze down. And just like that, you have wood grain again. It looks wild to start, I know, but you have to let this first layer dry and then you put another layer of glaze on top. And it looks just like real wood. I repeated the same process on the bottom. Then I went in with a mixture of half water, half vinegar, and tossed my old hardware in there for about 2 hours. After that soaked, I just grabbed some Barkeeper's Friends and a wire brush. And with a little elbow grease, it looks brand new. I attached that old hardware back on. And as a reminder, here is the before. And here is the unrecognizable results. I'm so happy with how that wood grain came out, especially paired with the color of the paint on the body. And can you believe that hardware is the original hardware? When I first picked it up, it was like pitch black, and now it's that beautiful goldish brass. Was painting it the right choice? Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one.